vaccinated, I mean...
You're vaginated, vaccinated, constipated, which one?
By the way, we're live.
Perforated.
You're perforated.
Perforated, like toilet paper.
Oh, so tear on the dotted line. Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Anyway, welcome back to By the Dice.
Right.
I wiped the shits of time.
But it's time to shit.
No, that's
Only if you're Doctor Who.
Right.
Alright, so, announcement thingies.
I don't have any.
Thank you, Thomas, for dinner today.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Thank you very much. And thank you again to Rift Reptiles for continuing to provide paper and ink.
Also, if you would like to support our broadcasts, we have a GoFundMe account up. Link is in there. And thank you to Martia's Muses for the lovely soundtrack that I will be using tonight. The link will be, or should be, in the description. So, other than that, let's see. Recapping what happened last time that we met our not-so-do-good adventurers. We left everybody at the breakfast table. Short one Kalora, who is at present last seen on their being hauled off by a small group of goblins in white robes to be cared for.
By the way, your ice cube got licked by Wisp.
I know.
They're very well aware of everything that happened. Matter of fact, all they could do is stand idly by and watch. Well, everything right up into the point where Ishkabibble wandered off to go fix them and had Kalora hauled away. After some over-the-line hijinks, our group found themselves sitting quietly at the breakfast table the following morning. Wisp had offered apologies. Ronan had not yet said a word. But before we get to that...
Ronan accepted the apology.
Oh, Ronan did accept the apology?
Yeah.
Thank you. And that will bring us around at the moment, while everybody figures out what they're going to do with all of that, to a healer's tent about maybe a 5-minute jaunt away from the tavern, where the last bits of ice finally start to crack and pop, and you feel like you can possibly move your beak again, Kalora. You're very hungry. It's been about 3 days you've been in the ice.
Yeah. Well, when I have some ability to, I'm probably going to wander off the tavern.
Well, after about 10 minutes or so, and a few restoration spells, you find that those pangs of addiction have gone away. Your wounds are healed, but you're very wet still. And you wander off to where, as you enter the tavern, you see your two normal compatriots and the person that you recognize from that dungeon sitting around a table, eating in silence with rather sullen faces.
Just a look of, well, if we're back here, I guess that fits the mood. I'm going back through the portal. That's just my mentality is, we didn't fix the problem.
Oh.
We didn't fix the problem and now I'm mad about it, so I'm probably going to go order food and just sulk at the bar for a minute.
Okay. So, you all see Kalora come in, look irritated as all fuck, sopping wet, like you've seen wet bird before.
Mm-hmm.
and just order food and sit down at the. It literally comes and says food, and sits down at the bar.
Food.
What's everybody doing?
Sitting here silently contemplating my life.
Wiz?
I have no idea.
After apologizing, as you see Kalora walk in looking like a drowned pigeon, and your meal of just standard fare breakfast, so, you know, sausage, eggs, toast, bread, well, bread, not toast.
I'll say, I don't know what color being toast.
Well, technically it's toast if you put it over the fire for a second.
And it's just roasted. I want to know big fine. I'm just sitting there.
And Tor?
I'm gonna finish my plate. What is it? Oddly, like, weird silence. So I'm gonna get up with a bar. You know, the hair of the dog and all that fun shit. I'm gonna be go. She's the only one I really don't. They are the only one I don't really know, right?
You would recognize them from being in that fight in the.
Because I was in ice when she got put in ice.
Yeah, you know they were put in ice next to you. You would have known they were there.
I was gonna go over and go, that was fun.
Sure. Beer also, please.
Bartender
gonna
looks
do?
at you funny for a second, then hands your beer.
It's that kind of morning. So I'm like, Chloro, so what are we gonna do? What are our plans? Because I'm still a little fucking worked up about being stuck in an ice cube. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going to sit in front of the portal and wait for that motherfucker to snatch me, and then I'm either going to die or I'm taking it out with me.
That sounds like a plan.
It ate children.
Okay.
And adults, and the elderly, and the sick, and goats, and sheep, and chickens, and bears, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, Kalora's hyperfixated on the children aspect.
It's like eat the rich, but they didn't even do that.
Why would you eat your own kind? Dragons are very rich.
No, but like the whole song, eat the rich.
Yep, the next line is I take one bite now and then spit out the rest.
Out of curiosity, is there a way to backtrack the portal? Like it?
Well, if you can go to the location where you remember the portal being, then possibly.
Star 69 this bitch.
I know exactly where the portal is.
Nobody's been there since.
Yeah, I'm saying I know exactly where the portal is.
But like I don't like I'm not magically like super magically inclined, so like how do we get back there? Cause I got kidnapped by these fuckers. Like I was just minding my own business, and then they fucking hauled me away. So like I'm a little butthurt about it. Like I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
I'll take you there.
I just walk up, stand up without saying a word, walk over to a table, grab their freaking bottle of whiskey or whatever they're drinking, slap a gold on the table, and walk away.
Where are you going?
Back to my table.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Are you listening? Are you paying attention to what we're saying at the bar? Or we're not being quiet about it. I know that much.
Well, it would somewhat carry. I mean, it's morning. But it's not like it's the middle of the after evening and everybody's having the normal daily big party. It's breakfast time. Everybody's got hangovers and tends to be quiet and mumbling at their coffee cups.
I just want to know if he could hear what we're saying.
Yeah. You can hear plans about, like, going and waiting in front of the portal. To get snatched is what you heard Kalora say.
I just sit there silently and continue to drink.
From the look of things, anybody with a passive perception over 10 would notice Ronan is tying one on really early.
I don't know if that's normal for him or not. I don't know.
Even for you, considering it's probably about 8 o'clock in the morning, this is a bit early to be drinking hard liquor.
Okay.
Liquor is quicker, but wine is divine.
And beer just makes gas come out of your rear.
I'm gonna finish talking to Clara. I'm gonna let her know I'm gonna go outside and scout. I'm gonna head out the bar. Head back towards where we came in at.
Oh, as you step out, it's a pretty nice, foggy morning, as is usual. There's a very sullen air to everything. The whole town that seems pretty quiet after the last few days worth of what the hell was going on. The snow seems to have subsided more towards what you would expect for this time of year in this type of a climate. It seems like everything's back to relatively normal to some lesser degree, other than that there are mumblings and mutterings throughout the crowd. I'm really gonna miss them, and people are missing, but that's about it at this point. Kalora, did you watch him get up and leave to go scout? What are you doing?
Absolutely smashing the beer. Just, and then going to find if my quarters upstairs are still intact.
When you get there, everything's perfectly fine.
Okay. Looking around for the chest that had my spare hand axe in it because I'm down to one.
Yep.
And gonna get refitted and alright. I'm gonna wait for whoever's gonna be ready. I'm mad. I'm big mad.
Okay, so are you gonna go try and collect people?
Not quite yet. I'm watching.
So, Ronan, you watch the new person that you all have acquired walk out and say they're going to go scout loud enough that it's like they announce it to the room. Kalora goes upstairs and comes back down with a fresh hand axe and looking slightly cleaned up and drier. And Wisp is just kind of sitting there quietly watching you drink.
Well, I said I was gonna start walking towards the port.
I asked you what you were doing and you said nothing. So, and as you're going out and scouting, you watch Wisp go and head out the door and then down across town towards where the portal used to be. So, as people are getting up and trying to get motivated to figure this mess out, what are you doing, Ronan?
To finish off the bottle that I grabbed off the table, and I guess I joined
Who are you following out?
the closest person to me, probably Wisp.
Okay, so, Kalora, when you get downstairs, they're gone.
Okay.
They all went out the door already.
I'm also going to walk out. Just alright. Go find somewhere decently far away from fire, because I will never have a friendly relationship with fire, but close enough to it that I can feel some kind of warmth while I think about how I'm gonna play this out.
Alright.
I west out him. We don't want to kind of follow him where he was headed and see what he was doing.
So, after a few minutes, you all basically make yourself to the site of the medical temps in the refugee camp where the original portal had been. It's no longer there. The trees and everything in a surrounding area around it, instead of like if a tree fell over and it had splintered or something like that, These look like they were frozen and then hit with a hammer.
Oh, they call it the nitrous.
Yeah, like liquid nitrogen, the tree trunks, and it's pretty much leveled a good 100 yards around where the portal used to be. And it looks like it was frost burned enough that nothing's
Currently growing.
exactly.
Any weird like senses or vibes we're getting from the area?
No, it seems, other than being kind of desolate, to be what one would consider normal.
Don't think the portal's here anymore.
Is Wisp doing anything? Because he said he could find it.
Well, for all your knowledge, Wisp, the portal should be right here.
I think it's gone.
I'm like checking around on the ground, picking up some of the grass, licking the grass, holding it up in the air, trying to calculate where the portal went and why it's not here because all signs point to here.
Well, best bet that you would come up with. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check just so that you don't fail.
Dang, dang.
Don't roll a 1.
29.
Yeah. From what you can tell, whatever the kind of a portal that was, it was probably closed. You're going to have to find a new way to get even from everything that you can tell. But whether you relay that information or not, that's up to you.
Hey guys, just so you know, the portal is closed. So if we want to go back through, we gotta find out where it reopened, if it reopened.
Very puffy bird.
I hope people took notes because it told you where it opened.
Where it opened when we came up, where they entered or where they popped out?
No, the dragon, or the entity the ice entity, told you where seemed like the next viable, tasty target.
South. Oh shit. There was a name.
I don't remember.
Mushroom fuckers.
Nope. South, not east.
Give it a C.
Oh, that shit was right.
Yeah. No, it gave you a solid, this looks like a good place.
Yes.
I'd have heard that too, wouldn't I?
Yep.
Well, I'm headed south.
It's about an 800-mile journey. It's going to take you a few months to get there.
Like waypoint portals in their world?
Nope.
Have you been
Well, technically you could pay somebody to teleport you from one city to the next if you could if you could afford the service.
What's the range on that though?
Well, in alert, depending on who does it, it's completely dependent upon
How powerful they are?
how powerful they are, the caster, and how well they know the place that they're sending you.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna follow the bird.
So you're going to turn and walk straight south.
Yeah.
It would take you a year and a half to walk there. You know this.
I'll stop at some point, but Kalora's in big, mad, dumb bird mode right now.
Bird has started walking south, out of the blue without saying a word.
big mad dumper. Feathers are absolutely puffed.
What are you muttering as you go?
Fucking dragon. I will have its scales. I'll have its head. I don't care. I don't care. I will have every tooth in its bastard mouth.
Don't birds generally fly south for the winter?
Too mad to fly. Just put it
Too
that
wet
way.
to fly.
Haven't tried yet. Too mad to try. I need a walk.
Hey,
I'm gonna ask around and see if there's anybody who's capable of teleporting us there.
well, if you go to name of a city, I might be able to find you something.
Any cities?
This one was actually told to you.
I don't know the names of any of the
I
cities.
wrote notes down, but I forgot to bring them.
The irony is, Ronan's been there before.
I'm a little hungover and a little wasted at the same time. I don't remember.
No brain. That's a planet.
Is it where Titanius is from?
No. It's a city that you've
Not
been to.
Titanius, Alabaster.
No, it's definitely not where Alabaster's from. That was a completely different storyline.
I do not know. I do not care.
Wow, thanks.
I wasn't saying.
So we're kind
Huh?
of stuck until we remember the name of this town.
I don't even know where Thomas just went.
I think he had an emergency phone call.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, I'm probably gonna start my journey south by hunting.
So, is
Small
everybody
game.
following Kalora south at this point then?
No, I'm just trying to figure out if there's a teleporter. Or somebody who can teleport.
If you know
So
where
I'm
you're
asking
headed,
around.
yes.
No, I don't know where I'm headed.
So it looks like we're just walking south about 800 miles. Kill some boards and shit on the way.
At the moment, I'm small game hunting to make jerky, so I'm gonna be back in town at least once. Because I need salt.
You need small game. It's been hunted to the point where you shouldn't in a localized area at this point.
Oh, I'm gonna wander back eventually, having calmed down a little. Not quite as puffy.
As you're wandering, you notice the three of them are following you at a distance, basically.
Good for them. Good for them. I mean, I'm gonna interact at some point. I'm trying to play out Kalora being angry because my brain is not making thoughts on how to talk to my party. Have you ever had this issue? Where your brain just will not make dialogue?
Rarely.
That's what I'm going through, is basically like player's block on dialogue.
Hey bird, where you going?
South.
It's gonna take you half your lifetime to get there.
Sure. I've got another 35 years, honey.
Okay, it's gonna take at least 2 to get there.
Wow.
That's
2
a
whole
long-
years, huh?
That's a long time to be walking for no fucking reason.
Hey, where's my horse?
Where's your horse?
I have a horse. I called my horse. Did my horse ever show up?
No, your horse did not show up.
What the fuck?
There we go. Okay, now I have my dialogue back. Thank you.
You're gonna have to turn the clock.
So, what? The Evermist people aren't tasty enough yet anymore, huh? Now I've got to go find this other thing. And what was that city's name?
Oh, they're just walking south.
Yeah, and at this point, Kalora has come back realizing there's no real small game because you taught the refugees how to hunt really well and not overhunt at the same time. Like, to the point where they calculated it down to this last animal. There's nothing left to safely hunt in about a 2-mile region. Wisp, you taught those children way too well how to deal with rabbits.
Well, that's good.
I need to find a caster. I need somebody to cast prestidigitation to get this water off of me.
You would be pretty dry after about an hour of hunting and everything. And, you're actively trying to figure out remember the name of that city, right?
Actively.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Anybody
I'm
who's... Go ahead and roll a, intelligence check.
Got that 20.
Yeah. This is what I get for dumping that stat.
4 plus 2 is 6. So I don't remember anything. I don't remember what I did last night.
No, you don't, but that...
All I know is I got penetrated.
But you're not sure by what.
You asshole.
Except that you were told by what the next morning.
You said perception, right?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
So it's just a straight D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, but you got a nat 20 on it, so
You got that 20 plus 1.
Yeah. For a 21.
Blackjack, bitch.
You rolled a 1 or a 2. You're sure it started with a C.
Absolutely certain.
Yep. And you know it's south of here.
I rolled a 0.
Yeah.
At a 6,
I think I remember the name of it. Now that I heard that.
yeah. You would, but that's out of character.
Would you?
At a 6, you're like, I think you're right. And you're kind of like affirming with Kalora, yes. Next on the number list was...
What'd you get?
I didn't roll anything.
You weren't even worried about it, you're just along for the ride?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. You would remember a nat 20 on it that the name of the city was Kastara, and you heard something about it being in the middle of a desert on an oasis.
That's why my brain pulled out Castrovel, the planet y'all were just on in 36 Space.
Yeah, but I named this before that was
Oh yeah, Castrovel is actually a planet in another.
campaign.
Yep.
I don't know the city well.
You know it's a desert city about...
Like, so it's Casterville, like, we know where...
No, Kastara. Casterville's...
Stara.
Yeah.
Y'all are confusing me. Kastara. Alright. So, I think it's Kastara. How do we get there quicker? Because I don't know that... I'm, like, I wandered around the town a little bit, the other day, but that's... I was looking for...
We'd have to be teleported there by a magic.
Is there anybody around here who can do that? Because I only know about the the bladesmith.
Well... Okay. Running off those 2 intelligence checks... Those 2 are oblivious as to other things other than somebody to teleport them there.
Wiz? He helped me wander around and find the armor. So I'm going to look at him and I think he might know.
Okay.
I mean, I can teleport, but I don't know how far I can teleport.
Well...
I just know that one of the stipulations for my teleport is it has to be a place that I've been.
I used to be able to
Has Wiz
picture
ever
it
been there?
clearly.
Ever been anywhere you remotely
Nope.
close to it?
No.
Would I have been on all my wanderings?
Actually, no.
Shit. Do you know... Have you been there? Like, I'm going to start checking, like...
I have background reason why Kalora would know as soon as he said exactly where we're going.
Okay, what's your reason?
Because I rolled a nat 20 on frickin' Aspen's history.
That's why it sounded familiar to you.
Yes.
So walk into the tavern, and I stand in the middle, and I yell out, 20 gold for anybody that can teleport me and my party to Castara. And just see if anybody takes the offer.
You hear a murmuring around the place. You see people looking at the star. Where is that? After a few minutes of the murmurings and trying kind of bedraggled looking old man.
Call him Cookie.
Think Jafar from Aladdin when he was letting Aladdin out of the prison. You know, the old man guys.
Mm-hmm.
Comes up, only with a straighter back.
Still not hopeful.
Well, I don't think I can get you there, but you could take a ship. Airship will get you there, but it's gonna cost you a bit more than 20 gold.
Do you have an airship?
Me? No. I just have answers. That'll be 2 silvers.
I hand him 5.
Kind of you, sir. I'll have a beer.
Hit! So, does anybody here know where I can rent an airship?
Where are we while he's in the tavern? Do we follow? I didn't follow.
I don't know. If you didn't follow him, then you would be out like where the portal used to be.
I'm out looking around the town for somebody who can do portals. Well,
So I rejoin the group and be like, I don't know if there's anybody that can teleport us there, but if we pull some money together, we can rent an airship.
What's the travel time on one of those?
Not gonna be a year and a half, that's for damn
I'm gonna go find the Archdruid.
You gonna say anything to anybody before you leave?
No, I'm going up into the air and just bird
Okay,
out of
so
helling it.
Bird takes off and goes that way. Like literally takes off up and then over.
I found my horse yet.
No.
Little fucking bastard. It's a gin cruiser.
No. Paint.
Well, the bird just took off. We're looking for an airship. Do I know
Wisp
where
is
he-
looking for.
Do
Went
I know
looking
where
for.
he's at?
Nope. Just wandered off. He's looking for teleportation services. Go ahead and roll investigation on teleportation. Where are you headed to look for an airship captain?
You see airship captain or Archdruid?
Archdruid is you, and you know where you're going, and that's just a matter of time.
Yep.
Can I see any airships around town?
Well, you know where the port is.
So I go to the port.
So go ahead and roll investigation. What did yours come out as, bud?
17.
17 on your investigation. So at a 17, when you get to that weird shop that was selling the magical components, odd potions, and some of the, and the weird pets, the woman behind the counter's like, well, my next shipment from there isn't due in for another week and a half, and they deliver directly to the basement, but there's faster ways to get there than that, and they probably wouldn't take you with them. The person I buy those particular animals from is, well, for lack of a better word, even creepier than you.
Well, creepy or not, money talks. What do you think it would cost?
Well, that depends. I mean, you'd have to talk to them if they stick around long enough to negotiate. Don't just open the portal and shove the merchandise through. With a note that says that they'll keep it open until I send the funds. It's really weird.
So, never mind.
So it'd be me and 3 other people.
We could sneak through and then she send the funds.
That's what I was thinking. As long as she doesn't send the funds right away, we could go through the portal and then she could send the funds and they close it.
Well, that's just it. You're not there. Or did you follow us? What?
I got abandoned. I'm like just standing in the middle of the fucking room.
You're standing in the middle of the road with
And
thumb in
I'm
your
at
ass.
the port. That's why it's like, nope, I don't want to metagame.
Yep, so, what you doing with this one, Wisp?
Well, it'd be me and 3 others.
Oh, 3 others, huh? I don't know if he'll go for that. I mean, it's a direct portal to the storage area of his shop. And he sells some of the most strange, exotic creatures I've ever seen.
What's the standard price?
To teleport somebody? 1,000 gold.
100 platinum.
Per person.
Are you pulling a trick out your ass?
No, I actually do have over 484 platinum, so. So I could, by all means, be able to pay for it.
Yeah, but that's like the majority of your wealth, man.
Well, if you wanted to know, I got a dirty 20 on my investigation at the port.
So at the port, you find a captain who, for roughly 100 gold, will rent out himself, his ship and crew. And will leave when you're ready.
How long does it take?
How long will it take to get there?
Asking about, you hear strange. It's a weird figure. They tell you it'll take a week and a half, depending on the air currents, whether they run into any trouble, whether there's storms, things of that nature.
Well, let me talk with the rest of my team, and we will definitely get back with you.
All right.
Because we have some other options that we are looking into, but it seems like yours is going to be the best.
Well, if it'll sweeten the deal for another 5 gold, I'll even feed you all.
And is this, you said 100 gold, right?
Yeah, so for 105, you even have meals.
Is that per person or total?
Total, you're renting my ship. You're just the cargo.
So I
Basically,
go,
he's like was smuggler, like not getting smuggled, but he's a transporter. So basically, we have his.
Pirates we go, they on their toes.
We're gonna get shanghaied.
Trust me, we're capable enough group. We won't get shanghaied. If anything, we'll take over the ship if they try to shanghai us.
You can certainly try.
Can we fly?
Yes, you
we
can
can take it
certainly
over.
try.
We can take it over. Can we land this thing?
You can certainly try.
Ooh. Okay.
Have I found the register yet?
I mean, I could kill the entire
Yes.
group.
Is he in his nice little chambers where him and the council meet?
No, he's out tending the gardens.
Cool. I'ma get myself to where I am somersaulting through the air, actively try to trip over myself in the air and crash land as close to him as possible.
Why would you?
Roll to miss. Same as roll to hit, only this is so that you don't hit him, so don't roll below.
That's a 1. Please put this in jail.
Crash and burn.
How high up did you start your somersault from, and how fast were you moving?
Oh, probably at
Oh, shit, that's a legit
15.
thing.
I'm doing half my flight speed, so 15
That's
feet.
a legit thing.
And, coming in fairly high.
You're
I was
wearing
trying
what
to
kind
climb-
of armor?
I'm wearing chain.
Roll 3d8 plus your strength modifier, please.
You're gonna kill the druid.
No, but I might convince him to do exactly what I'm trying to get him to do. And that would be a whopping 6 plus 5, so 11. Good morning, Archdude! I have fantastic news!
As you collide and start talking, because you start talking as you're tumbling into them, you hear a bone crunching sound.
Oh no!
You hear a scream, and you hear something about plucking every last feather off as the form beneath you begins to shift and get very hard and stone-like.
Fun. I didn't mean to hit you. Was actively trying to miss you, actually, and failed miserably, and I'm terribly sorry. But I have fantastic news, given you're so angry at me. I do. Fantastic news. I'm leaving. I just was hoping to come beseech you for some funding so that I may never return.
Armor class?
My armor class is 18.
The first swipe of one of these earth elemental hands misses. The second one, on the other hand, connects and it grabs hold of you. The next thing you know, you hear something that sounds like a deep guttural rock growling through the entirety of the valley. And those of you who are towards the port at this point, or somewhere between point A and point B, this would fly over your head. Kalora is launched somewhat like a javelin out of this thing's hands towards the port.
Wings open. Just.
A natural 20 the strength check on a 25 strength earth element.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still not staying nearby, but like.
Ever seen a paper airplane launched off one of them weird rubber band launchers that makes them go 4 times as far? Kalora puts that thing to shame right now.
Okay.
You almost hear the sound barrier break. You see very interesting grayish ash colored feathers just kind of trailing down.
Is she heading south?
She's headed towards the port, towards where you can see what looks like the
I
masts.
don't know which way the port is.
Yeah.
The port south, north, east, west?
North by northwest of town.
Alright, when I notice that hitting the brakes ain't working, I'm going to attempt to convert my forward momentum into upward and then back downward momentum.
Well, the good news is that you manage this. The bad news is that I need you to make it one more dexterity check.
A dex save? Dex save or dex check?
Save.
Cool.
Ronan, you would see this part.
Yeah, 'cause I'm at the port.
Oh yeah, not only are you at the port, but Kalora is flying in fast and you can watch them trying to stop themselves with their wings doing this.
That is a grand whopping total of.
Is it less than 20?
It's a 12.
Roll 2d6
Okay.
and subtract it from your hit points.
Okay.
As you collide into the hull of an airship, about 5 feet above. Okay, Kalora's feet are about 5 feet above your head, Ronan. 10 feet in front of you, and they are splayed out like straight up cartoon status with their wings. Because while they were trying to do this, they butterfly splattered all over the windshield of this ship.
tree?
Yeah, George of the Jungle works for this.
Well, that didn't work.
Much more muffled. Your metal beak is kind of stuck in the wood.
Yeah. Not very good at acting the muffled sound. Yep. But yeah, quite muffled. That didn't work.
You all have seen the bird go flying overhead. Feather floats down, lands right on the tip of your nose because of the way a cat's face is shaped was. One of the smaller ones just kind of sits there. You notice a trail heading towards the port.
Right.
Am I still at the port?
Yes, looking up at Kalora embedded in the side of this ship.
Stay here. I'll be right back.
How long does it take me to disembed myself?
This DC 17 strength check. One every time I get around to you, starting now.
Alright, so wait, or... Okay. Then I'm just gonna sit there struggling.
So I go catch up with the rest of the group.
I'm following the trail of feathers. I just saw like that was weird, and I'm like, I'm curious.
And I meet them about halfway.
You meet up, and yeah, there's feathers coming from your direction. It's pretty much a straight line.
It's
I
a
found-
yellow brick road.
I found the bird. And what'd you find out about teleportation?
It'll cost about 400 platinum.
It's only going to take about a week and a half. It wouldn't be instant, but I can get us an airship with food for 105 gold.
Not bad.
And that's with crew and food, and they're willing to transport all 4 of us to Kistara.
Sounds like a good deal.
It has no money. I gave it all away thinking I was going to die in a fight with the dragon.
Well, I have 77 gold that I can spare. I mean, shit, 1 platinum for you is like 10 gold.
You don't know my funds?
No, that's what it accounts to.
I know, but you don't know my funds?
I'm just saying, between all 4 of us, we could probably scrounge around 105 gold.
You guys still have.
You don't know. You don't have to tell them how much money you have.
Well, no, but I need to remember how much money I have. Yeah, okay.
I was telling the portal people how much money I had. That's why I'm like, yeah, I have this much.
Well, no, but like, we're gonna like split the cost. I'm asking you guys. Are we splitting the cost? We're gonna cut it half.
Yeah,
How much
Or
did you
ways.
say it was?
it would be 105, so it'd be 26.
$26,
26.
26 gold, 2 silvers, 5 coppers.
A piece?
Yeah.
I got that.
What does it cost in platinum, like if it was all platinum? Wouldn't it be like 12 or something?
It'd be
It would be a flat
105.
10 platinum.
Yeah, it'd be
10 platinum, 5
10
gold.
platinum, 5 gold?
Yep.
Alright, I got it covered.
You sure?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright. So we make our way back to the port.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him to the port.
So as you arrive at the port, you looking for the guy you were talking to at the main harbor?
Yeah.
You find him, and he's in front of what looks like it's a 2-masted schooner.
Okay.
Is kind of what it looks like. Difference being that it has some rather large balloon-looking things held down by a canopy,
Alright.
and propellers driven off of it, and some sort of strange crystals.
Alright.
I'm gonna ask the guy like what all the money needs.
Food, transportation. We get into too much trouble, you help.
What kind of food?
The kind that eats, doesn't go bad.
We had our own quarters.
Looks at you. Your own quarters.
I don't know.
Why, absolutely, Your Grace. Here, let me show you to your quarters.
I don't know what kind of boat this. I just know. Like, I don't know.
So I'm gonna turn around, look at the guy, and be like, so I hear it's a little over 10 platinum for your ship to rent.
You telling me that I gotta go out for over a week, pay me men, plus feed you? Yeah, it's gonna cost you 10 platinum, 5 gold for the whole run.
So what would it cost, or what would we get for 15 platinum?
Same thing, I just don't have empty pockets at the end of it.
Ah, so 10 platinum it is. Yeah. I'm gonna give him 11 platinum just to be nice.
Do we see her?
Hey, we're back around to you. You can make a strength check.
That is a 13 plus
5 is 17.
17.
18.
Wait, 18, so.
I just barely make it.
Yeah, you do. About that time, you hear the crunching of boards as Kalora pulls himself free from the ship, the side of the ship, and
Our ship? The one we're trying to rent?
no, a different ship.
Okay.
And he looks over at you. So, is
Sorry,
that
what?
one with you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
He said that, not me.
She is kind of a walking.
I'm throwing. Do I hear this?
Roll perception. Only reason I'm having you roll perception is because you just came out of wood.
That's a solid 12.
Yeah, you caught the gist of it as you're falling out of the side of the ship next to this little sloop.
So.
I'm throwing a hand axe.
Roll to hit. What's your armor class?
That is.
Meter B?
That's an 11.
No.
That's a miss.
Okay, so the hand axe that you just rearmed yourself with goes flying past your head, Ronan. Over your shoulder. Yeah, you kind of sidestep a little bit just to be on the safe side. And watch as it goes across the deck because of your strength score. And you hear a splash sound on the other side of the sloop behind you.
We're not that far up on the water right now. I'm going in. I'm mad. I want my hand axe back.
Well,
We
just-
can't be that far above the ocean floor. On docks.
50-foot dock will still take you out far enough for a drop off for deep water boats. This is a sloop. It's meant to be able to traverse outside of coastal just barely.
Well, if you calm
It's got
down
a
the
draft
stuff,
depth.
so mad you
It
wouldn't
has a
use your
set. It
shit.
has an 8-foot draft.
I punch
depth.
him in the face. He's running his mouth. I punch him in the face.
Okay, roll a hit.
With a very loud, would you just shut up? That is better than the last one. That would be a unarmed plus 8. 14.
Miss.
So you watch it. Would you just shut up? And Kalora swings with a wide haymaker, and Ronan just kind of drunkenly, and it goes right past his face. Felt the wind off that one.
And I'm the one that's drunk. You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Come on.
I'm coming at it again with a different dice. I'm action surging.
Oh, really?
That's a dirty 20.
That is.
So as you're mocking, the next fist comes up. Which does 2 plus your strength and bludgeoning damage.
It's a 6 bludgeoning.
And you take 6 to the face panel.
We were back up to full hit points after.
Correct. And this is subdual damage. It's a fist.
Mm-hmm.
You aren't wearing gauntlets right now, right?
No.
Okay, just figured it out.
It's a nice closed fist. I'm big mad though. Big mad.
So, Ronan, you just got punched in the mouth.
And you two can roll for initiative on that note because that is effectively combat. At first, it's I'm going to get out of the way and laugh at you. I'm going to get out of the way and laugh at you. Then it's, well, when you connect your fist to somebody's jaw, they tend to hit you back.
That's a
I'm
dirty
so
swim
drunk, I
initiative.
don't really care. I'm enjoying it.
I mean, I can keep punching you.
You're welcome to make commentary.
I like that. Yes, mommy. Please, mommy. Please,
Man,
ma'am, I
I'm
have
just like-
another.
What we did?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Swing like a man next time.
Oh, sweet. I literally say that in character.
Okay, some strange, whoever Sweet Jesus is, you've never heard this name before. But apparently this Tauren person is praying to some unknown deity.
Sweet Cthulhu, Lord, don't let me down.
I'm drawing my longsword.
Oh,
I'm mad. I'm mad. Don't pick on the bird, man.
Because bird is the word.
She's been the one rooting for your ass. She's mad now.
Okay.
I'm taking a swing. That one misses with a nat 1.
With your sword?
Mm-hmm.
And I
have
need
3
you to
of them
roll.
on
I
my
need
head.
you to roll D percentile.
Okay. I have 3 of them on my head. 59.
Great news, you didn't hurt yourself. Bad news, is they go to swing at you. Well, you'd call it a swing. It's more like they tried to pokey you with the sword.
Yeah!
It gets stuck in the side of this gentleman's ship. And as you go to pull it out, you break off the blade.
That's fine. Now it's jagged. I'm swinging with it still.
It's about 3 inches off the hilt.
That's fine. I'll reduce it to a D4 if I hit it. Call it a dagger.
Actually, you're out of attacks.
So, since I've been attacked like so many times, I get an attack of opportunity, right?
You don't get an attack of opportunity, and you can't technically flank right now.
You can do a reaction if you have a
I'm
reaction.
absolutely crazy.
Well,
in the
yeah,
face,
but
just so
that would
you
be
know.
like part of the attack of opportunity where I dodged where it's stuck in the side of the ship, and I just gently cut them with my dagger just to show it up.
Well, there wouldn't be an attack of opportunity, but you can totally attack.
no, more of it.
And that'd be a dex check, right? That'd be my...
It's your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency bonus.
Ten.
No. Kalora, you feel steel sliding across the fucking... As you pin yourself and run the blade through and break it off, you feel the very familiar sensation of steel sliding across your armor and being deflected. Right about where the second and third rib would be. About the size of a dagger.
Longsword number
A
2.
brawl has broken out in the middle of the docks, and you both... what are the two of you doing? while they're
Longsword
fucking
number
around?
2 has been drawn.
So, Wisp, what are you doing during this?
$20 on the bird.
I second that.
Get a rogue.
I've never watched both of you all really good
I
fights.
even
So I'm
forgot
like,
to
that
tell
was
you,
bigger.
I just see
20
that you
gold.
have like 20 HP and
Wait.
you're fighting the fighter.
He's drunk.
Yeah, see, there is that too.
Not that drunk.
Drunk, but like
No,
drunk.
no. But a little nimble on his feet drunk. Cool. Are you done with your turn?
Well, that's up to him. I mean, technically...
That's what I'm asking. Are
That
you
was
You
done
have
with
an
your
action, a bonus reaction, and a bonus action and a reaction.
So I
And you
use
can
my
move.
bonus action to ready my light crossbow,
At point blank range.
and I'm gonna do yeah, why not?
Okay, because you already attacked. You get one attack last time I checked at this level.
That was my reaction though,
Nope, that was an attack.
because it was it wasn't my bonus reaction?
A
No.
bonus action is something that, like in the case of a rogue, that's where your disengage comes in. You can take a disengage, hide, or dash action as a bonus action.
So, okay, so I use disengage and then ready to get far enough away to ready my light crossbow.
So you're going to disengage back 15 feet, and then you're going to back up beyond that with your movement to get. All right.
About
So-
30 feet is what I need.
Okay.
As you break off your sword, Kalora, the dagger misses, sliding against your ribs. Ronan bounces back before you can get a hold of him,
Nice.
and you see a crossbow aimed at you from about 40 feet away.
That's fine. Okay.
You really want to do this?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I cast Gust of Wind in a 60-foot line that is 10 feet wide.
Okay, what's the spell do?
A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving that's all,
Got it.
folks. Or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. It disperses as a gas or vapor. It disperses gas or vapor, extinguishes candles and torches, and causes protected flames such as those in lanterns to dance wildly, and has first 50% chance to extinguish them. It's a nice strong wind. It lasts for a minute.
Okay.
Are we,
So go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me, please, Ronan. What was it? What's your spellcasting difficulty? The spell save is not going to be that high.
Are we in the line? Are we in the line of this? Or we're spectating?
No, we're far enough away.
You're taking bets. By the way, as this is all going down,
This should catch, like, it's like a line.
you both
It's a
say I got
14.
20 on the bird,
Yeah.
and you hear something. I'll put 5 gold on the little one.
It's 14.
It's 14.
I'm not.
I have to
I'm
roll
not.
to beat a 14.
Yeah.
I'm
you
not
agree.
normally a caster.
And this is with my
Strength.
strength, right? My strength modifier.
Yep. Strength saving throw. So if you have.
Fuck, 7.
So how far back is he blowing?
15 feet in the direction of the blast.
Good news
Is that into the boat?
for him. You're still in range.
Yeah, but didn't that throw him into the boat? Is there
Nope.
in front of it?
Went up the fucking dock.
Oh.
By the way, were you going up the dock out to sea or up the dock towards land? Up the dock out to sea or up the dock towards land?
I was just disengaging.
Yes, but were you going more towards the land because you're on a dock?
Yeah, probably because she was. They were right up against the ship, so
Yeah.
I would be disengaging around them to the other side,
Okay.
to where I was going up the dock.
Cool. So that's helpful. You are now over top of sand underneath of you, though the pier is higher up. And that annoying little goblin looks up at you. Hey, I'll bet a whole full silver on the bag.
I call.
I was gonna say buying is 20 gold. What are you doing, man?
I'm the glad I this shit in too. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm doing big money with you. This is just like, I got the quarters here.
Right.
Thank you for the compliments, sir. I do appreciate being a shithead. May the great dragon Palos shit on your life as he has mine.
If you lose, you're my pet. Just saying.
I am Palos' pet, sir.
However,
Anyway,
now
what
that
do
we're
I call it?
significant distance with each other, I draw my
Right.
whip, with which I am proficient.
Okay,
We
so
got
you're gonna
whip.
draw your whip?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yep.
You know, my metal one, with a nice spiky tip.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking
It's all
about.
about the tip,
It deals 1d10.
Just hit the tip. You gotta be dead.
right?
And that brings us to Ronan.
This tip likes to turn.
So being blown back an additional 15 feet, which would actually put you at the edge of 60 feet.
Okay. I cast Firebolt. It has a range of 120 feet.
And it won't be affected by the gust of wind. So go ahead and roll to hit.
And then
Firebolt.
Yeah, firebolt. You hurl a mode of fire at a creature
It's a
or
spell.
object
Straight
within
language.
range. Yep, it is a cantrip.
Yep. So so what's the highest level spell you can cast?
Level 2
Okay, so you can't do
or
third.
level 1.
All right, so it'll only go off of the base damage for your firebolt. But go ahead and roll to hit.
And then when it says reach 5th level, is that my player level or my spellcasting level?
Wait.
Effectively, because you're an arcane trickster, it's your player level.
So if I hit, since I'm level 6, it would be 2d10 damage, right?
Yeah.
So make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, target takes 1d10 fire damage. Or 2d10 at 5th level.
Yep. So
I'm
go
far
ahead and roll
enough
to hit.
away, I'll have a reaction, yes?
And this would be including
You're far enough away, you
a
wouldn't have a
d20
reaction.
plus
It's
my attack bonus, right? Since it's a spell, wouldn't it be my spell attack?
Spellcasting modifier is proficiency bonus plus your intelligence bonus for yours plus. Yeah, that's it for that.
So it'd be 5. So 19 plus 5 is
Oh, yeah,
24.
yeah.
That hits.
So a bolt of fire comes out of Ronan.
Okay.
Smacks you in the face for roll damage.
So it's 2d10.
Okay. How many hit points do you have?
Right now,
Yeah.
27.
Oh,
That's what I was saying.
I
The
have
rogue
3
is
times as
squishy
many.
compared to the fighter.
I
got
have
dibs on the
or
corpse.
no, sorry, twice as many. I have 62 hit points right now.
16.
Alright, I'll take it. I'll eat it.
So as this continues, before we get to the next round of fuckery, what are you doing, Wisp?
Currently I'm just leaning back on the edge, just kind of like watching it happen. Not really a lot I can do to separate it without, killing off the rogue.
Or the bird?
The bird I'm not worried about killing off. I doubt I would kill off the bird. I would definitely kill off the rogue.
Why is the rogue the one out for death?
I'm up.
Because you have low HP.
So?
Anything I do is going to be doing enough damage to wipe out all of your HP. Even my low spectrum spell would take no less than
Keep in
20
mind
from
that
it.
anything that's a dex save for him, he has uncanny dodge
Oh yeah.
and takes half damage guaranteed, no damage if he succeeds. Yeah,
Still,
you can
still.
dodge a fireball.
I'm 30 feet up. Holding my action. I did go in a diagonal, so I'm about 10 feet technically closer.
Okay. That's all your movement unless you take a dash action and then you don't have any attacks.
I'm holding my action. The only thing I'm doing is moving.
Okay.
Withdrawn.
So the bird's in the air with the whip now. Ishkabil's like, any other takers, come on, I've got 4-1 on the bird. 6-1 on the little guy, 6-1 on the little guy. Do I have any takers? 6-1 on the little guy.
You just had to pick a fight, didn't you?
I didn't punch me in the face.
I didn't run my mouth.
Well, if you weren't so fucking bloody angry and think for once.
We can't hear each other. This is totally all out of character.
I don't know, he could be saying that in character and yelling it at you.
About the only thing that I could think of doing right now would be I'm going to disguise myself as a police officer
I was a
Okay.
guard.
and just be like, break it up! Break it up!
All right, I need you to go ahead and roll a performance check to see how well your disguise comes off.
You better not one this shit. See how this business goes.
I didn't want to kill Ronan. I wanted to help him get divine retribution on Wiz.
17.
Damn it.
17? All right, I need the two of you to roll insight.
No.
You already know what the difficulty is on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
Me.
15.
Okay, so in this particular case, Officer Wisp, take it away. Break up the fight.
Knock it off! Knock it off, you two! You're causing too many damages!
How are you?
Step away from the boats!
Okay.
You wholeheartedly believe that that's an actual guard.
Uh-huh. He's just telling me to step away from the boats.
And I don't care, so I hurl acid splash at him, tell him to shut up. Can't you see I'm a little busy?
Oh my god!
Hey, you might want to roll for hit, buddy.
Yeah, you need to roll the hit.
Yeah, like mutual combat. We'll fucking combat.
This is including my dex plus my... No, that'd be...
That gets your +5 for your intelligence plus proficiency.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
8. I
Yes.
missed.
You missed.
It goes over your shoulder, or it goes. You swear he was trying to splash at you. Instead, you see this bubbling puddle at your feet, Wisp. Like right between them.
So I still have an action, right?
Yeah.
If you're joining into the combat fray, yes, you would be at the end of it. So with that being his turn, yes, it's your turn.
Alright, we are definitely not friends.
Or you'll become really good friends after this.
One or the other.
I'm assessing combat skills because I don't know the group. I'm just observing, like, kind of like styles of fighting, but who
Okay,
is?
this tiny little like rabbit-looking person that you'd recognize them as being a Harrigan walks up, tugs on your shoulder. Is this where I place my bets?
That's what the little guy over there.
Oh, he's busy right now.
No, the guy. My point's the guy.
Oh,
She's the fucking.
tips his head, or she tips her hat. Thank you much, Lisa. If I win something, I'll give you a little bit. And she scurries off and you see her pull out a large platinum pieces.
This is the way to do it.
With my intelligence issue, would I be able to figure out what they are as far as, like, I know that that's a burden, what he is, but like, their fighting styles or classes and stuff.
Oh, everyone basically has their own like style of how they do things.
I am a human-shaped bald eagle.
So
A
I'm
lemon truck. Or extra.
I'm not trying to hit Kalora, so I'm trying to find spells that
She's up in the air, you gotta remember that.
I remember that. I'm trying to find stuff that's not gonna hit Kalora.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt goes in a straight
I
line.
really wish I was an artist for it right now. I didn't know
Eldritch Blast does not have an AoE.
Yeah, I know. But for whatever reason, I can't find my fucking Eldritch Blast. Oh, there it is, dude.
You need a spell?
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Well,
The problem with Eldritch Blast, though, is I do 2. It does 2 pretty much automatically, so it'd be like...
well, 2, but you have to hit for each, and this, I think it's like a 1d10 necrotic or something. 3d10 necrotic at your level? Level 6.
It's 1d10.
Is it? I thought it was 3.
2 beams at level 5, 3 beams at level
Yeah, 2 beams at level 5.
So you've got 2 of them that do 1d10 each. He can
Yeah.
live through it.
But I don't
Yeah,
wanna
1d force
get-
damage.
I don't want to do it.
Thank you.
Level 5 is just 2.
Yeah, so it's just 2 beams of force damage that look however you want them to.
I almost want to turn on that jack and just get that fire that's sitting
No!
on
That's
it.
why.
There was some flag sitting on it, so John activated it.
Oh, come on
Yeah, I think it's dead.
I feel
Not to
better.
mention now it's in Doritos.
Those
If it's-
Doritos are like
They're stale.
2.5 weeks old. They're still
Right.
as fuck, so it doesn't matter.
now. Ain't nobody
God,
eating
Chris, I love you.
I
So
like how they
much.
smell like burnt hair. It's so weird.
I hate you had to go there.
I love you so much.
Smells like burnt popcorn to me, but we'll go there.
Actually, you know what it reminds me of is my ex's son had, when he was born, he was deaf. He had too much aneroid tissue. They took those out. They didn't do his tonsils. They didn't remove his tonsils when he was deaf. At 16, he had to get his tonsils out. I get a phone call saying the fire department's at my house because he's on liquid morphine for the pain, and he put a bowl with the ramen noodles in it with no water, and I hit like 1 hour, and it went and passed out and blew the microwave up and set the ramen on fire. That's what it reminds me of.
Burning ramen. Okay.
Dry
So-
ramen noodles.
There's 2 ingredients in ramen: water and ramen. How do you forget one of the ingredients?
Can you pass me one of these?
Morphine?
Corns? I kind of need a 50-50. It's right there by your little your thing. I kind of need a 50-50 check here.
Check the button.
To see what he wants to do.
1d2 a coin.
Yeah.
No.
I'm literally thinking, heads, Herbie, tails, me.
No. Who's gonna do it?
Oh, you're lucky it was me and not Herbie.
Ooh.
Oh, I mean, since you want to go that way, I'll use Herbie. So I'm gonna have Herbie run over to Ronan and use his fire blast.
If he runs as far to Ronan as he can because of the way that Ronan was gusted by Kalora, he can get about moved him a full 60 feet.
Would it be past floor or about what you said?
He can get to where the edge of his cone would only be 15 feet away because it's a 15-foot cone. Even at his full movement, he can only reach 45 feet. Ronan is at 60 feet away from you currently. So Herbie can't do it. Your spells will reach.
So how far is he from me?
About 60 feet.
About 60 feet.
All right. So I am going to cast Toll of the Dead.
What does spell do? Explain. I don't know it.
So
I like it.
Toll of the Dead is an action 60-foot instinct.
Okay.
Target must be seen, wisdom save, or 3d8 necro damage. If it's missing any HP, it takes 3d12 necro damage instead.
Fuck you.
And I punched
Make
you
your
in
wisdom
the
save.
face.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Hey, you're the one who decided to spit acid on the cop. I was trying to be nice and break it up.
You know what? You shouldn't have gotten involved. Wisdom saving
Yep.
+2.
But I didn't get involved. Technically, what you believed was a cop got involved, and you still spit acid at him.
Okay, so the cops shouldn't have gotten involved.
It's his job to keep the peace, and you are not being peaceful.
13.
What was the difficulty?
Yep.
What's your spell save difficulty?
My spell save DC is 15.
Fuck!
So.
And
3D
since you already have...
Yes, it's 3d12.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll.
This could be how you want to do this moment.
You have that backup character drawn up, right?
I can always bring back Alabaster.
You have him on you?
Yep. After the mushroom genocide, he kind of went back home for a little bit.
You can have his card coming through if this happens.
20. Not including my spellcast modifier.
So the answer to this is
27.
So
How do you want to do this? I am exactly at 27 hit points.
You still get your death saves though.
Yeah, but as of right now, I am knocked unconscious.
So, Toll of the Dead, as I cast it, you're going to hear what sounds like the death bells in an old church.
But the interesting thing is, you're the only one that hears it.
And you're going to see like this purple and black mist form around you as like a skeleton reaches up and goes to like grab you.
The visual parts of this you can see.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna let myself land. Hands up, like, I
mean, you literally just saw the cop cast Toll of the Dead.
This Metallic starts playing.
I ain't gonna fight the cop. He didn't
Right,
get
That's
that's
it.
what
what, that's what I had in my head too.
That's exactly what I was
When
thinking.
The bell tolls.
Yep.
That's
I'm
exactly
not-
what I
Pull
was
out an
thinking.
80s boombox.
He wasn't running his mouth at me. I ain't gonna hurt
It's a
the cop.
boombox. They don't. Okay, the 80s in the world you're currently in would be the literal 80s.
I was like, for reference point, boombox that just starts playing Metallica.
You're like in the year 82 post Cataclysm. So it is the 80s, literally.
Yes, don't bring back the hair. Alright.
You ever seen a druid wake up in the morning with a bunch of birds deciding they liked him in the middle of the night? They've got that big hair thing down, man.
Like the little brown wizard in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So, when do I get my first saving throw?
Well,
Kalora's gonna disengage.
I just lost 20 gold.
Disengage from initiative.
I gotta go.
I have an honest question. Is anybody going to try and heal the now unconscious rogue?
No.
I can't. I don't have any more actions.
Well, combat ended. Kalora bowed out, and the other target's dead.
I don't have any other actions.
You're out of initiative.
Oh, alright.
I'm out 20 gold.
Vixen?
I bet on the bird. Like, God. The cat got involved.
Ishkabibble walks up.
Okay, I didn't bet on him.
Yeah.
Here, pay him.
Ishkabibble walks up and just starts handing people back their money.
Okay.
Wasn't on the roster. Can't pay it. Can't charge fucking fees for losses.
Damn it.
Too bad.
I really wanted the gold.
Except for that one person. And the little Harrigan, you watch as he proceeds to pay her like 10 platinum pieces. She just voted that he was gonna lose. Didn't say who was gonna win. Smart bird, or smart bunny.
Boy, let him see if he comes around on his own.
I was gonna say I can't afford to use any of my potions.
Let him see if he comes around on his own.
I don't think I have any potions like that.
Standard healing potion will bring somebody out of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what potions do I have. Do I have potions like that?
So go ahead and make your first death save. What's the difficulty on this? Remind me again. I think it's what, 15?
So
10.
Let's say they're 10.
Yeah.
So it's just a straight 20?
Yep.
Yep. I thought it was with
Alright,
Constitution.
that's one save.
One save, you're still unconscious, but one save out, 1 foot out of the grave. 3 successes or 3 losses, and
What do you have for
That?
that?
That is 1 to the positive.
10 or higher, 10 or lower.
I'll do
10 or higher succeeds, 10 or lower fails.
And that's if you give,
Actually,
like,
no.
basically like 1 health point, come back, you're not dead.
That
I've never done it before, so I don't know.
4 if I'm counting 1 being your last death save. There you go.
Yep. So, he is twitching on the ground. And you're standing down.
Yep.
You're mumbling that the fucking rabbit won because she just bet on a loser versus she bet on the loser versus betting on the
I
winner.
get something. She told you to give me something she wanted. So,
A few minutes later, you feel tugging at your sleeve, and she walks up and hands you here. Thank you.
thank you. What'd I get?
A gold piece.
So, I mean,
That'll feed somebody for a month. Easy. Don't die.
Blasphemy! Be gone, demon!
You always do that really well. Like, I knew I was going to be done after he said blasphemy. Like, we got one more left and then I
Right.
sneezed.
Your soul went that way.
so I'm not watching. So I know that they're a group, and they're not really doing anything to help him. So I'm gonna offer. I'm gonna ask a question. Do I save him or I put him out of his misery?
Hey, give him a few minutes. Let him see if he comes around on his own.
Okay.
If he don't come around on his own, then maybe. I mean, to be entirely fair, if he hadn't have been running his mouth, none of this would have happened. None of it. He'd still be on his 2 square feet with all of his health and happiness and bit and vigor and shooting things when we don't need to be shooting things. Blowing cover when it doesn't need blown. He'd be doing all of that, but right now he's unconscious.
So what you're saying is he likes to shoot and blow when it's not necessary.
I go find the owner of the ship. I apologize for splintering his ship.
Are you laughing as you could?
I go apologize for the splinters in his ship and say that when I get paid again, I will make sure to send money his way for the repair.
Sorry for peeling your wood.
God damn it, Wisp.
Yeah. Well,
Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage from Wisp's comment because this is a salty old perverted sailor.
Alright, with advantage, it's an 18.
So the captain kind of busts out, slaps you on the back hard enough you go. But it's all done in good fun, Wisp.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a good one, peeling me wood. Last time that my wood got peeled was after I got that nasty hooker in the brothel.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you, peeled everything off right like a fucking banana.
That explains the peg leg.
No, that was from my third wife.
Alright, I think you can roll your early death save now. I bet.
Yep, next death save. So everybody's just kind of standing around taking bets as to whether or not he wakes up?
I
Yeah.
thought the stinky leg came from his ex-wife.
that's who
Okay.
Was...
He caught pneumonic syphilis and it peeled off most of the outer
Is
skin.
it just a straight 6 or would I add my...
It's just a straight d20.
Okay,
Straight.
that one's a fail.
You can add your constitution bonus to it.
It's still a fail.
Yep.
Still under.
Alright, so that's one down. You felt like you were getting there and then you slip a little bit back under again.
Life. Death.
Which one will give us rebirth?
Technically death.
Alright, so at this point, a kid walks up, pokes Ronan on the bottom of the shoe with a stick. Is he dead?
Not yet.
Did the creepy guy come and measure for a coffee?
No.
Not yet.
No. In this village, everybody's your best chum.
You gotta have Herbert come and offer some candy.
No, Ronan! You want a popsicle?
I take the rolled blanket out of my bedroll and do like, there, dying peace. At least he can be comfortable.
He's now covered with a blanket. Did you leave the head exposed or no?
I did.
Okay, so he now looks like he's been tucked in on the dock.
I don't want him cold and
Ronin burrito.
all exposed and whatnot.
Kid's still poking the bottom of his foot with a stick.
Would you back off of him? Let the man choose whether he's going to live or die in peace.
Well, me mom told me that I always should poke dead things with the stick to make sure they're really dead. Poke, poke,
It's
poke.
not dead yet.
Well, if I poke it hard enough, will it be?
Probably.
I mean,
Would I be a hero if I killed him?
No. As much of a pain in the ass as he is, he would not be a hero, he would be quite the villain.
poke too hard, you'll suffer from penetration.
You poke him too hard, and I'll be kicking you hard enough that your mother won't be able to find you.
Right.
Very tough.
And this little 5-year-old kid goes running away as Kalora threatens them with their stick in hand. They throw it down halfway down the docks. And all you hear in the distance is, Mommy!
I might not like you, but I don't hate you enough to see you murdered by
Anybody
a
else doing
5-year-old.
anything while this is going down?
Nah, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Alright, that brings us to your next death saving throw.
Go for it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Nope. It's a 9 now.
Plus what?
That's with the plus.
Oh, so 2 down and 1 alive. I'd switch dice.
Because if that 2 gets to a 3, Ronan's gone.
That kid's parents. No, I didn't think about it. Was that kid's parents? You hear the same little scamp yelling and running through town looking for their parents.
Well, that'll teach him.
Okay. So, with that death save down, Mr. Wisp, where are we at?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk over, open Ronan's mouth. And I'm gonna pour in one of the greater healing potions that I have.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Is it 46 or
46. Or no, it would be 64, not
64? Yeah,
46.
64.
Not 64, but 6d4.
Yep, 6 D4s.
So you're almost back up to full health. You snap out of it, Ronan. You saw the light. The light was at the end of the tunnel. Something tickles the bottom of your foot. A child cries, and the next thing you know, you're back in your body gagging on some kind of liquid.
At least it's not creamy and white.
No, it was red and syrupy.
Right? Like coffee.
That doesn't any better.
Kinda like blood.
And the cool part is, apparently, I'm still gonna look like a cop at this point. So a cop's bringing him back to life, not Wisp.
Yeah. So the cop that you assaulted is pouring a potion down your throat.
I knew you didn't have the balls in you to kill me. I'm just talking so much shit.
That curve stop him.
How many hit points do you have left?
He's up to 18.
I'm up to 18 because I just stuffed a greater healing potion in my mouth and I woke up and said I knew you didn't have the balls to kill me. And now Wist was about to beat my ass again.
What time is it?
It is
607.
607.
So on that note, with Whisk preparing for his next handing of the
Action.
whoop ass, we're going to take a bio break and we will be back momentarily.
My God,
And-
man!
I am going to start checking the chats and comments when we take bio breaks.
I usually
And
do, but I don't see anybody on there, so I just haven't been.
But either way, we'll be back in a few minutes and
My God, man! I mean, I knew we were into PvP, but man!
And we are back.
Hi!
Yes, we are.
Well, I'm not. I don't know about everybody else.
I mean,
Are you back from outer space? Did you just walk in with that, and we found you here with that sad look upon your face?
Always.
Alright, so, if I remember where we left off clearly, Mr. Wisp, as the shit-talking commenced, what were you doing?
Well, I had just given Ronan a potion, and since I'm still in the form of the officer, Ronan decided he was going to come to and basically tell me that, he knew I wouldn't have the balls to kill him.
Yep. Okay.
So, what I'm going to do...
What you gonna do?
Well,
Found it.
instead of attacking him, I'm kind of curious about something. So I'm going to take out the vial of, one of the vials of liquid pain addiction that I have.
Or, it's just liquid paint.
Okay, but I'm going to take out one of the vials of liquid pain that I have. And I'm just going to put a drop on Ronan's hand and then back away.
how big of a drop? I'm so curious.
A literal
A
drop.
single literal drop.
Okay. Roll Constitution check.
Nine.
Does that include your stat?
Yeah.
So you are overtaken by a euphoria that you vaguely remember from the dungeons.
He didn't experience it.
I didn't have
Oh,
liquid pain.
you're taken over by a very powerful euphoria. Absolute pleasure washes over your body for all of about 5 minutes, to the point of a near orgasm where you're standing just from letting your feet touch the ground. Followed immediately by some of the most excruciatingly doubling over pain you have ever felt in your life. You do not catch the addiction, though.
So how long did that last?
It's all of about a 5-minute high. The pleasure part was nice, the pain part not so much.
That's what I was. So the pain part was included in that 5
Yep.
minutes. So I stand back up after the 5 minutes. I'm like, you bitch.
He still thinks you're a cop.
True. And I'm currently out of actions, aren't I?
Oh, this is just standard combat. This isn't combat, so not technically. Apparently this rogue keeps trying to pick a fight.
I'm completely disengaging. I'm not with him. Status.
Because you think it's a cop.
Uh huh.
Do I? No, I don't. I've been watching this. I know it's Indian.
You would probably think it was a cop too at this point, if you were watching the fight more than you were watching Wisp.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, technically, from what you were saying, one drop equals 2 doses. So,
Yeah.
you got 2 doses of liquid pain addiction.
Yeah, you just drugged your homeboy.
Yep. It's better than killing him. It was in hopes that the pain would, refresh his brain. I am going to... Where the fuck is it at? I had it written down. Jesus Christ. We're not the wrong one. That's not it. I want to use that. if that. God damn it. This is probably being OP in this case.
Where's Herbie?
In his
Still inside my head.
No, you sent him out.
Yeah, but I
You
was
didn't
gonna,
recall him.
Yeah, I was gonna send him out, but I didn't send him out because he wasn't close enough. He couldn't do anything.
And that was all Calora's doing.
Alright, so at the current point in time, I'm just gonna fucking like slap him.
Okay, roll the hit. What's your current armor class? 16, 17, 200?
50.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is +1.
Okay, so it's 2. Out of nowhere, as you call this guard a bitch, it's almost like instinct. Next thing you know, the back of his hand is caressing your jaw, and you can taste your own blood in your mouth.
Here, hit me on that.
And like you really did just get backhanded like somebody's grandma did it. And
I spit out the blood and be like, bitch, my grandma hits harder than that motherfucker.
Alright, at this point, I'm going to drop my disguise and be like, Ronan, do you really want me to finish this?
Finish this, you started this.
You started it with Kalora. I tried to break it up.
That's where you went wrong.
Do you want me to finish it?
You can try.
Yield or don't. Your choice.
I never yield. And at that point, I have my crossbow ready, so I just shoot it.
okay, and I need you two to roll for initiative.
How close am I from these two?
You may be about 15 feet away.
Can I grab the arrow?
You're not a monk. There's a skill for that.
Come with me, friend.
I got a 21 for initiative.
18.
Okay, so as you go to raise your crossbow, what are you doing, Wisp, as you see the crossbow coming up? He beat you on initiative, so he'll beat you to the punch. And Kalora looks at you. You should come with me, friend.
So I'm gonna get out of the way. Is the goblin still around?
Oh yeah, he's like,
What? Round 2? Anybody taking bets? Anybody taking bets? I've got 2 to 1 on the cat, 10 to 1 on the short one.
And I pull the nicer of my 2 remaining longswords out. And on the cat.
That's it. Alright, I'll find you another longsword, he wins. Equal quality. No better.
Works for me. That's all I got, unfortunately.
Concerted plots, get to the forging.
I'm sorry that I don't have any cash to offer.
How far away are you?
We
wandered
walked.
off. We wandered off.
Okay, so you guys are
We're
not
in the-
around
we're not
us,
in the-
right?
yeah, they will not be anywhere to stop you from whatever is about to happen.
Yeah. We got out of the way.
Somebody
Okay.
decided to fuck around, and now they're gonna find out.
I'm gonna cast Arms of Hadar. So it is an action self, it's instant. It batters all creatures within 10 feet of me.
Yes, as 2 giant arms come out in magical form and start whomping people. Does he get a saving throw, or do you just roll the
It
hit?
says he's got a strength save.
To catch it.
Doesn't he need to roll the hit first?
Are you the? I need a player's handbook.
It says it's a self-cast. So it'd be,
it's targeted on you.
yeah, it's targeted on me.
Thank you. The dark. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can. Alright, so a large number of tentacles burst out from you in an AoE 10 feet in every direction, which means it's a saving throw for half. Well, you'll take half damage no matter what because of uncanny dodge. Save for no damage.
So it's a strength save.
Yeah.
What's your spell save difficulty?
15.
Eight.
No, so roll damage. And then
No,
you
I
cut
take
this number in half.
Yeah, it's 2d6, right? Is that what you said, or 2d10?
3d6, I thought.
2d6.
Necrotic.
So it says at higher levels when the
Yeah,
spell-
mine
using spell-
does 5d6.
So at the second level or higher, it's 1d6 plus per level. So you'd be at 2.
Okay, that's if you cast it using a higher level spell slot.
Okay.
If you're casting it at first level,
I'm not casting it at first level.
how many higher level spell slots do you have?
I'm gonna cast it like level 3 or 4, I think.
3 would give you 3d6.
Alright.
Not enough to kill him, but he's gonna feel it.
You're only like 18.
Probability of rolling 3 6 is pretty crappy.
14.
14. Yeah.
Pretty fucking close.
So you, as you go and to raise your crossbow, a group of tentacles explode in every direction, breaking barrels, pushing crowd out of the way, and striking you solidly even though you try to block. You take 7 damage because he has it from uncanny dodge.
Yep.
Right.
And now it's your go.
I'm gonna make a tentacle slap you in the testicle.
So I want to cast. Wait, how far away is he? Is he within
About 10
50?
feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about 10 feet away.
So I cast Thunder Wave, which is a 15-foot cube originating from the south.
Yeah. So it's 15 feet and a cube in front of you unless you center it on you. At which point you get hit too. So you go ahead. What kind of saving throw is it?
Constitution.
Okay, so Wisp make Constitution saving throw for half damage. You don't have uncanny dodge.
No, but I have something just as good.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Our
And so what
reaction.
con save throw?
Yep.
Yep.
16.
Against my spell save.
Yep.
So on a successful save, the creature takes half damage and isn't pushed the 10 feet.
Okay, so you're still right up in front of him. Roll damage either way.
What's 2d8 thunder damage?
Yeah, it does 2d8 and then I half it.
So roll for damage. So you hear a slurping, splashing sound of tentacles, followed by a boom of thunder in the distance behind you as the two of you wander away.
We're still near Ishkabibble.
Oh yeah, we went back to.
I start pulling fletching feathers out of the more not important parts of my rib cage and my wings. The kind of feathers you would use to make arrows that are worth money if you take down an arrowcocker as a cute creature. And I put a large pouch, which would be worth about 2 gold pieces,
What's up?
on Ishkabibble's.
You half
Wow.
this, but total 16.
Alright, so 8.
I got an 8 on both.
Nice.
Very nice.
So you took 8 damage.
And
So, on that note, you hit a me, I hit a you, and my head is not very nice on.
And then for my bonus reaction, I use disengage and try to back up like 10 feet.
Okay.
So, my reaction to being hit
No.
is my hellish rebuke.
I
which
knew
is-
that was coming.
But you can still bonus action your disengage, but the hellish rebuke will hit you first.
So, I'm literally going to turn around, look at you, and be like, Flame on! And it is... You're surrounded by flames and you take 2d6 fire damage on a failed save.
So
What
what
kind
do
of
I
It's
say?
a
save?
dex save.
Dex saving throw difficulty is 15, I believe you'd said.
That's my spell save DC.
Yes, which is what
Yeah,
the
it's
so
15.
that which means every save that it doesn't give a number for, that's what it
Yep.
is. Which means if you get a really high level caster, that spell save difficulty is ridiculous.
And this is a dex save.
Yep.
Yep.
Nat
Cocked.
20.
Cocked.
Oh, is it? I was like barely.
Yeah.
4 plus 7, 11.
Yep. I used to get hit for full 2d6 plus my spell. Motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that one does get spell attack bonus, doesn't it?
7 plus 6 is 13.
13,
knocked
but he
out
still,
mine.
but you still only take 7. It rounds up on the half because of that uncanny
No, I
dodge.
take full
He
damage.
takes full because
Oh,
Uncanny
uncanny
dodge.
dodge.
okay, but he uncanny dodged 15 feet away. So how is that
No,
not going to hit?
disengage is
I
set-
disengaged 15.
Uncanny dodge
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
a feature that rogues have, so that if they fail a saving throw,
They only take half.
they
damage.
take
Okay.
half, and if they succeed, they take none.
Okay.
Yep.
So
It's one of the ways they make up for being so fragging
So
squishy.
13.
So 13 rounded up, it'd be 7.
7, exactly. I also round up when you all do the same, when the monsters do the same to you guys.
6.5.
Yep.
I'm not mathing that. That's way too much subtraction. I don't like decimals in my game.
I don't recall ever getting uncanny dodge when I was a rogue in any of the other campaigns, but then again, that's on the DM.
No, remember? Because Denver and I both tried to get you to remember your uncanny dodge a couple of times in early
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was because I'd never played a rogue before. When I started getting used to it, it
Yeah.
still was. Liz at the time said that I had to roll for my uncanny dodge.
No, it's an automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. That was
Unless it's
a
unless.
mistake on their part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways,
Losers.
I'm barely alive.
But you're still up.
Wouldn't you be unconscious though? Because it did more than half your current.
it did not do more than half of his maximum hit points.
Oh, it's the maximum. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, if you take half of your maximum hit points in one stroke, you take a Constitution saving throw. Because that would be like me taking half of your, like hitting you with an axe and you staying conscious.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Taking an
You're
axe to the
rolling
chest
this-
and standing still.
Yeah, you're rolling to see if you
Yeah.
withstand that much pain.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's my turn.
Or just black out and fall
Yep.
over. Correct.
I cast Acid Splash. Just try to hit. I'm pulling out all the stops here and just trying everything because if not, I'm gonna die.
Well, there's a way out of this where you wouldn't die. Wisp has just been trying to get him to yield.
Yeah.
He's
But
not
I
yielding.
never yield. I never give up. It's cowardly.
But I see you.
Oh, you're leaning in
about ready to
hard
kill
to
this
that
red.
flaw, aren't you?
That's like being a coward. I never yield. I'd rather die
You have no
than
levels of
yield.
rogue, right? So you won't get the
At least I'll go
attack
down
component of
swinging.
the arrow.
Mama Ring.
So
Yeah, no, roll a hit
Acid
point.
Splash.
Quietly,
Is there a
don't.
save for that?
Thank you.
Okay.
Got you. 1d6 plus your dex modifier, please.
So with acid
You're going
damage,
to love this. I've already got an area.
you have to make a dex save.
Deck save?
Yep, you gotta make a dex save. If not, you take the
2 plus
full 1d6. If not, you take half. If you succeed.
7, 5.
5
What the fuck's my others?
3.
It's 14.
Barely.
Okay.
So, with the acid damage, he successfully succeeded on a dex saving.
He
So,
takes half because he doesn't have the uncanny dodge trait. And
so at 5th level, it's 2d6.
And as this is happening, you get to insert the words on this. Kalora, you watch as in one solid fluid motion, the longbow around the person walking next to you's shoulder is unstrung. They draw, knock, pull an arrow. It goes flying as they
Yeah,
turn
that's
around.
half.
What are you
Okay.
screaming as you say
So I
this?
got 7, so I just rounded up.
What are
to-
you yelling to
That's fine.
get attention?
Just gonna yell enough.
Okay, you hear the word enough across this. Now, Ronan, here's the really shitty news, because I had him roll all of this quietly. He nat 20 the to hit roll on the arrow. You take 16 damage as an arrow hits you in the back of the throat.
Well, I'm dead.
Actually, roll Constitution to see if it's insta-death.
Yeah.
Constitution save.
Correct.
Yeah.
12 plus 1 is 13.
It's above the 10. He's up.
You're stable.
You're not dead.
Yeah.
He drops gurgling to the ground, and you hear the enough, you know where it came from. You saw this person draw that bow and fire it like nothing. Perfect grace, perfect poise, perfect aim, like there was not even a thought, and they were just firing for where the noise was coming from.
God.
With that said, you hear Ishkabibble go, okay, fight's fracking over. Fucking, goddamn, I hate working on these guys. You watch as he very gruffly reaches down, breaks off the arrow head, pulls the arrow shaft out the back of Ronan's throat, and proceeds to heft him over his little goblin form, like firemen's carry over both shoulders, hike him up onto the sloop. Better fucking hurry up. I'm kicking you and the fucking rogue out of here. Get on that boat, get where you're going, get out of my town. I've got enough to heal with these fucking refugees. I don't need no goddamn people killing themselves at the port for fun. As you very harshly hit the ground, like even in your unconscious state, you're gonna feel bruised when you wake up from that drop. You hear the
Yeah.
boards crack where he
Yeah.
throws him down. Now he'll wake up.
He's got a saving throws, doesn't he?
He will wake up. Ishkabibble looks over the edge of the three. Asses, boat, now.
No.
I've seen what he can do. I'm marching.
To be entirely fair, I disengaged once my fight was over. You've got no beef with me. I wasn't trying to kill him. I was trying to shut him up. 2, I want my feathers back.
You can have your feathers. Don't need them anyway. Besides, don't you know, Paylor frowns on us taking things from sentient beings.
To be fair, you didn't take it. I gifted.
Doesn't matter. It's still people parts.
English parts.
It's a people.
Okay.
I'm
I'm a
going-
people. That's a people. Just get over it.
I'm not human. I'm like kids, people and shit.
I pull out the last few really good rations that were in my bag because got a week of food. And hand them to Ishkamibble. They're really good quality. They're the...
Look, lady, it's like this. I only want one damn thing from you other than you to get the fuck off this dock. And that is you to get the fuck out of this town so I don't have to keep cleaning up your messes plus fixing the goddamn refugees.
I'm just offering you some rations for the refugees before we depart.
You're gonna need those.
Trust me. No, I won't.
Trust me, I've eaten giant scorpion. You're gonna want those.
Whatever. You cantankerous old man.
Thank you.
I just kind of like kick him a little.
Doesn't even budge. Kind of felt like your foot hit a steel wall.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like hurt him. It was just one of those like...
Walks up, takes his staff, knocks your knee like that,
Ow.
casts Shillelagh right before he does. You take 1d6 plus 2 damage.
How much?
1d6 plus 2.
Am I rolling or are you?
Oh, I am.
Alright.
Ishkabib will hit you.
7, I rolled a 5.
Now get on the goddamn boat.
And what if I say no, little man?
Gesernenplatz. Go get my mace.
Do you know what kind of day I've had?
You hear this rather large half-orc. Yes, sir. Oh, they done fucked up now. They done fucked up now. And he wanders off into the crowd.
I mean, we're leaving. But you could, you know, not be a dick.
Look, lady, I'm a goblin. I'm talking to you. I'm healing you. What more do you want?
You know, this would be a really good time for an entire lecture on the forwarding and expounding of racial stereotypes.
Lady, my main cathedral for my order is in Paylor's fucking sewer. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and see this. If I wasn't bitter, there'd be something universally wrong with me.
Have a good day, Ishkabibble.
That's better.
Stomps off.
Fucking youngins.
Fucking geriatrics! Walk up onto the boat.
Like something come flying.
As you are walking up the boat, you run face first into what looks like a metal frying pan made out of glowing material.
Have a great trip.
May the sea of refugees never end!
May Paylor flush you next.
I just give a half-hearted salute and get back on the boat.
He actually wholeheartedly to you as you go. In his mind, that was a blessing.
Uh-huh.
About this time, Ronan, you would be coming to. A strange glow running over your entire body as you hear something muttered in Goblin echoing through the courtyard at about 100 yards. Because he's just got one of them voices. It's like Fran Drescher, only this tall, male, and pissed off. You almost expect him to have 4 packs of cigarettes sticking out of his mouth at once.
Yep. And technically in Goblin, engaging in a battle of insults is very much polite conversation.
Yeah, and he made a solid point as to why he's so bitter.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
And in all technicality, I just blessed him with endless work.
Wisp, I believe, got on the boat.
Yep.
I'm on the boat. I'm just.
So, as you wake up, Ronan, you realize you're on the deck of an airship. You can hear the chains starting to turn. The moorings are released. And a magical whir starts moving as crystals light up along. They're not like you would what you picture in a lot of like They're crystals inlaid into the banisters and the bow of the ship and the hull itself. And they all seem to light up with pale blues, greens, and purples in this particular case. The wood seems to darken from a mahogany color to a deep black ebony. And as the sails open up, they have an almost iridescent yellow to the normal white sailcloth. And
Like a glow?
this, yes, very lightly, like they produce 5 feet of dim light.
Okay.
So not enough that you could see them at a distance while they're flying, but not enough that they're going to blind you or make it so you can see in the dark.
Okay.
Also, it makes it so that people can't see what's moving on the deck, but you can see where the ship is, so you don't collide with it if you're friendly. You know, tactically, it's a sound way to travel.
Yeah.
So as Ishkabibble disappears and Ronan wakes up, it's up to you. Would you like a scar from the arrow? Yes or no?
Sure.
Do you want it to affect his voice? And how would an arrow through the throat affect his voice? This is a choice that you have.
No, the vocal cords healed a bit. It's just.
It's just an outer scar where... Okay, so this scar would have a thin entry point here and a full bodkin arrow broadhead exit wound here.
So you have an O on the back and an X in the front. Tic-tac-toe, man.
It goes in a dot. It came out the full broadhead.
It's a kiss and then a hug.
Think so.
By the way, that arrow you lost, go ahead, mark it as not retrievable. The pissed off goblin broke the arrow.
Oh man, those are good ones. Pay good money for those.
Yep, you did.
Did.
Mm-hmm.
And with Ish, as the moorings release, and you hear the rumblings of a goblin, you'd swear he's still with you. His voice echoes so terribly in your minds.
That's not creepy at all.
It sounds like it's trying to bless you. The ship takes off and docks away. The way that these are moored, it's not over water. This is a pier. The catch is that it is a pier over like a 4-mile deep ravine.
Okay.
And you're at the you're in the mountaintops, at the like mist line of something like the Alps. So, you know, you're pretty fragging high up.
Basically, yeah, and this is like the edge of the mountain. We just kind of.
So you drift off into the clouds just as the sun is starting to set. Pale pinks, blues, and purples surrounding you in a sea of cloud. And every now and then you can see way down there snow just starting to fall on the valley floor from the clouds that you're on top of. About this time the captain comes down from the helm. Good afternoon. We appreciate your patronage to our vessel, sir. I trust your party won't be having any more explosions like the one the goblin threw you up here for.
Not as far as I know.
Don't promise.
He looks over at you. I trust there won't be any more explosions like the one the goblin knocked you out and tossed you on here for.
How do I put this delicately? Oh yeah, eat my ass.
So,
Whatever happens, happens.
I think about this time. I'm gonna pop Wisp up behind, or just like kind of like walk up behind Ronan and be like, "Is that truly how you feel?"
I don't want to know.
Are you playing party therapist?
No, I would. If I was playing party therapist, I would have been like, "And how does that make you feel?" I'm asking, "Is this truly how you feel?"
There's something.
Okay, so about this time, Ronan's gonna say, "Eat me." I'm gonna open dimension door and just push Ronan through the dimension door.
Where are you picturing?
I'm picturing Ishabibble's healing place. And I'm going to be like, he's yours now!
And I just landed by my party.
I'm tired of fighting with the rogue, okay? Like, I'm tired of it. I done brought him back to life, had to knock him back out.
The new guy shot him in the throat.
Right?
Then
The new
you
guy
are in
shot him in
charge
the
of
throat.
all of those fucking refugees that you're abandoning.
I left someone in charge.
Well, now you get to stay in charge.
Yeah, Anna's daughter. Penelope's in charge.
Yup.
You think?
Not a bad choice.
I gave you a choice. You told me to eat you.
So, Ronan, I'm going to give you a dexterity saving throw and his spell attack bonus. Because you're not a willing teleportee, you can totally
Dex save out of it.
You can totally dex save to slip the shove,
What do
so
I
to
gotta
speak.
beat for your spell save?
15.
15.
15.
Okay, so Wisp, you cast the dimension
Yeah.
door. You go to shove him through. You feel like you just about got him there, and he somehow manages to twist himself like a fucking weasel and get right out of your grip at the last second. And all you can see on the other side is Ishkabibble waving and going, "I don't think so." Counterspell.
Really, asshole?
Yeah, really.
You gonna try to push me out?
Yeah, really.
At least he was going to push you out into the healer's tent
Right?
while it was still in range.
I could have just pushed you off the boat.
Yeah, he could have just actively pictured the open space 30 yards off the front of the ship.
Not to mention, I do have a massive barrage of things that I could have used to just kill you in the first place.
Would you stop trying to incite people to violence?
Would you stop being assholes?
You are quite literally the most brainless person in this party, and I live my life by the code of stupid.
Well, my intelligence is only a 15.
Mine's a 9.
Mine's way harder than that.
15 is well above average. 10 is average.
Yeah,
The
but I
person
only
who
have a plus
knows
2 to
they're
my
stupid
modifier.
just called you a dumbass.
Average gets no bonuses. You get a standard, I'm a little bit smart, and then I'm extra smart. You're just not extra or what the fuck smart.
But yeah, that's what I say. You are the dumbest person in this party, and I live my life by the code of stupid.
What's anybody else doing now? As they hear this,
We are going to end up back at initiative.
that would be very bad because right as you all are going through this, once you clear the cloud bank, after about 20-30 minutes, below you see strange purplish glow
So,
to the grounds.
when my thing healed, how many hit points did I get back? Just one?
Full.
Okay.
No. I'm not nice. That's why. The ground below, where it was, like where you just were in Evermist, you watch as it fades from being green, lush, overgrown, to slowly but surely more desolate. The trees looking scraggly. Glowing mushrooms like you'd expect to find in the Underdark seem to project upward into the night sky. A thick, almost miasmic fog seems to hang in the air, a green etched into a purple mist. And strange shaded figures move across the ground below you.
Am I picking up anything up with
It is Nox Vitalia.
Do I pick up anything with my hunter sense?
From this, you would know just because of having been a part of this world that those are fell-touched lands below you. Places where the Shadar Kai and the Drow can roam freely without worrying about the full light of sun. Where shades walk in the sunlight, basically. And where vampires can stroll the afternoon streets.
Cool.
Miss Darling, would you kindly restrain this man?
Who am I being asked to restrain? Ronan?
And gag him?
I'm gonna be one slightly better. So,
It's like, I was gonna go get a drink, but
no, actually, I was gonna go pee, but
Ronan, I swear to God, this is for your own good.
I'm going
he
to.
does get contested.
I worship Thanatos, the embodiment of death, and I do not want him to visit you.
I'm gonna look at Ronan. I'm gonna use intimidation and make him sleep.
So, intimidatingly convince him to go to sleep.
Yep.
No, I mean it. Like,
Yeah.
please, intimidate him. Now, what are you saying to him to intimidate him to go to sleep? What threats, what great terror are you instilling in him that makes it so he wants to go to sleep? Describe. Please, do so.
Come on, you do well enough, you get advantage.
Yeah.
Right. Ronan, go to sleep, or I will end you. I love you, man, but I'm gonna have to end you. You just need to stop. You need to go to sleep peacefully, until we make it, or I'm just gonna have to let her be at it. I'll be creative about it if I let her be at it. Kentucky Fried Chicken on the inside out. Take and put a little pipe in your butt and let her be crawling there. KFC style? Oh, wait, there is no KFC. What am I talking about? Fried chicken. Make fried chicken. You want some fried chicken?
No. It's cobalt fried chicken.
Yeah. Sleep, foul prince. Sleep.
Okay, so I'm going to give you advantage because some of that sounded pretty fragging gruesome.
Ronan, please take a nap. I don't want to see you get hurt.
21.
Now, Ronan,
Actually, 17. It's 23.
okay, I need you to go ahead and it's going to go against your insight on this one. And really quietly, how much of that did you actually need?
A majority of it.
Nine.
Yay, 9. So that means he falls asleep.
So at a 9, he might not fall asleep, but you have come to realize that maybe whiskey for breakfast on an empty stomach was not the smartest idea. You've also come to realize that you're really fucking drunk for somebody who's almost been dead twice today, and you're pretty sure that you were dead once.
Well, if I hadn't been penetrated, I wouldn't be getting drunk.
There is no good reason to take it out on the rest of your party. Maybe him, but not the rest of us. Who the and every other motherfucker who had no idea what was going on, only one person knew what was going on, and you decide that it's everybody on Earth's fucking fault.
Don't make me make AFC, Eric Hawker fried chicken.
Bring it, bitch!
Ooh. I'm so scared.
Captain, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And he comes in with the RKO.
You heard him threaten me first, right? Ronan!
I'm gonna
Stop!
This small gnome of a captain looks up at you and says, "Don't break any part of my ship." His face goes from being friendly, concerned, "Please don't do that again, gnome," to deadpan, cold, soulless, empty, and somewhat, well, monotone would be a good, like his entire, apathetic towards your entire existence as he is addressing you.
I'll give you a name if you let me beat the shit out of this fuck.
Give who a name?
You.
I have one.
You should have several, you're a gnome.
Exactly. And a name isn't worth it. If you break my ship with everything I've done to keep it running in this day and age, trust me, I will be angry. And nobody likes me when I'm angry.
Right.
I respect you far too much. Just breaking it.
You
Wisp.
watch his eyes kind of glow a deep, deep amber yellow. Not wolfish, but something animalistic.
Wisp, we have got to actually put Ronan, in bed. Captain, I'd be, I don't know, in great debt if you would help us sequester this man until after the trip is done.
He looks at you and says, "You don't want me to do that."
We're running out of options. Is there a place these two can duke it out?
Not on my ship. The goblin and I will be talking the next time I go to Evermist. I don't even know why I ever left the fell lands for which you all consider civilized.
Hold him down, bird. I have an idea.
I'm going to leap on Ronan in an attempt to grapple.
Roll to hit. What's your armor class is
16.
Yeah, that's right.
That's an 18.
Okay, it hits, so a contested strength check. So
Yep, you need to roll a strength check.
inter-party combat. And where did your storyline go? Well, they're on the airship at least.
You did get us in the air.
Ishkabibble's the shit.
10.
I've got him! I've got
What's
him!
your strength? What was your strength?
Oh yeah, I need to roll my strength. But
Yeah, you could not won that, and his 10 could win.
That's a 14 plus 5, that's a 19.
Okay, so you are wrapped up in bird. Wings around you like a warm feather comforter.
Talons clinging to your legs.
In the leather, but yes.
Yes. I'm not going like claw talons, but like all the way
Alright,
wrapped around.
so Ronan is effectively restrained, Wisp.
Alright, so I'm going to take and pour no more than a thimbleful of that new salamander liquor that I got down his throat. To either A, get him super fucking drunk, or B, knock him the fuck out.
Alright.
In other words, you're following the prescribed dosage for get drunk.
Exactly.
Got it.
It's supposed to be like insta drunk.
But he's already drunk.
After all that exertion, he'd probably be starting to sober up a little bit.
But he's still like tipsy drunk, not like retarded drunk.
He's
Yeah.
sobering up angry.
Yeah, this will make him retarded drunk.
If he fails the save, Constitution save. Difficulty 17.
That's called
Still,
Yeah, that was totally cocked. Better.
15.
Alright, so we will say that out of 15, it does not knock you out. Not that much of a failure.
No.
But you are feeling pretty good. You can't remember why you were angry at a 15. All you know is that you're getting a great big hug from the bird. You ever seen that, like, have you ever seen that dopey kind of drunk? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're like there, and the bird is hugging you as far as you're concerned. You don't know how you got here. You vaguely remember a gnome dropping you on the deck of this ship, somewhat.
The moment his muscles release, he untenses. I also let go and try to show him some dignity. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt the ship. I don't want to hurt anyone, so please, please, I beg you, Ronan, just go to bed.
Roll persuasion. You get your insight. You get your insight to resist.
That's cocked.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. That's a solid 11.
An 11 to be convinced to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's about as convincing as Calora's ever gonna be.
It's above average, slightly.
5.
5. Well,
Damn, even on a low roll.
you know, Ronan, a nap seems like it might be a good idea. A couple of hours to just kick your feet up. You've made your protests of your treatment very loud and clear, and everybody got the point. Some people didn't have it coming, though, and took great offense to this. You do realize you've probably been acting out of sorts. Part of it from the night prior's events. Part of it just because of stress. With everything going on. I will give you the option of going to bed or not. You do not have to. If you had rolled lower and that crit failed, then you would go. You were not convincing enough for it to be otherwise.
I just wanted to get his brain headed in that direction. I really don't want to fight him again. While he annoys the ever-living shit out of me, I do care about him as a party member. And had I seen Wisp doing what he did, I would have absolutely thumped Wisp.
Ah, but you see, you were in the infirmary as a popsicle.
Couldn't possibly have been there to defend you.
He knows. So, the captain leans down, reaches out his hand, and this gnomish gentleman seems to have small claws that started forming on his hands and white fur. No, I didn't steal somebody's NPC.
No, I didn't think that.
And he goes, alright, so, just don't break my shit. Meals, we run on the halfling meal chart. So the galley's always open. You know, breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies, luncheon, brunch, lunch, afternoon tea,
supper, dinner, dessert, snackums.
Fantastic. I do have a deep respect for you. I don't want
Say
to
what?
You get along.
Kalora is losing feathers from stress. I don't
He
want
walks
to fight.
over to you. Reaches into his pocket, pulls out a very long, curved, very ornately carved bone pipe. You're not really sure what type of bone it is, but it doesn't look like it was a mammal.
Gonna trigger bolt.
And he lights it off of the tip of his finger, hits it a couple times, or puffs on it a little bit, gets a nice rolling bowl going to this. Here, you look like you need it.
Oh, fine. Not really my vibe, but right now, yes.
It's not Old Toby.
What is it?
It's actually a mixture of lavender, sage, and goldenrod.
Ugh. Upon tasting that, I'm like,
You're basically smoking natural incense.
like, that does sound quite nice.
Puff on that for a minute. I've got another pipe in my cabin. Don't bite down too hard. That beak of yours might do some real damage to the bone.
I'm aware, on. Thank you for conscientiousness, though.
No, I just don't want a drake bone pipe broken.
You say Drake as in like,
Yes.
huh.
You'd be amazed what you can get paid in if you're traveling.
Kalora is also going to find a bed.
Wisp, what are you doing?
Um,
The sun is pretty much set below the cloud line at this point, and since you're just above the clouds, you're seeing the weirdest thing. It's like an inverted sunset.
the ship has a crow's nest, right?
Yes, it's occupied, but there's somebody up there, but yeah.
I'm gonna climb up to the crow's nest. And fall asleep.
You're going to climb up to the crow's nest.
I'm gonna climb up into the crow's nest and fall asleep.
There's a person in it.
Okay, doesn't mean anything. They usually hold like one person and then they can go the whole way around. There's usually like a foot of space that they can walk around it. I'm a cat. I could technically fall asleep hanging from it, but you know, there's no guarantee that I would actually. You know what? I'm gonna climb up the crow's nest, just
Alright.
underneath the like pivot underneath,
In the
and I'm
rigging?
gonna tie myself around it.
You're basically going to weave yourself into the rigging.
Yep, so I don't fall and fall asleep.
I'm thinking. Alright, so. We'll get back to that because I need to think about something for that one because there's a way to make sure that I know whether or not you would fall, how long it would take, and what would happen. So, what are you doing, Torn?
Everybody's going to bed, right?
Well, they're going to bed. You don't necessarily have to. It's maybe an hour past sunset. The galleys have food smells coming up from them. You've basically been told to help yourselves.
Yeah, I'm still taking issue with the Drake bone fucking pipe thing, though.
Yeah, like from a wingless dragonoid.
You know, it still bothers me that I'm dragging. So, I'm gonna head to the front of the ship.
You're
Power
gonna
of Christ compels you.
Done.
Damn.
Okay, I'm sorry, what was it?
I'm gonna head to the front of the ship and just kind of watch and observe the surroundings.
As the night moves on, you manage to get your. So, go ahead and roll survival. We're gonna see how good you got yourself tied up in the rigging. If you're so you're assuming going out towards the bow spike.
27.
27. Oh yeah, you managed to weave yourself up into. Ow! I said that was not on. That was on the weenus.
No, that was on the shoulder blade.
Oh.
Oh, hon.
I'm okay.
So as you weave yourself in there pretty securely. It would take the equivalent to a hurricane blowing this airship around for you to get knocked loose. Also, it will take you about 3 minutes to get yourself untied from this if you need to get loose.
Okie dokie.
But the good news is, you're in there good. Ronan, they put you in one of their little floating life rafts, pulled a blanket over you in the drunken stupor that you were, and left you to be. Kalora, where did you go to bed?
I just looked for a solid piece of board that I could lay a bedroll on.
Well, there are actually open hammocks below deck.
Cool. I'm gonna find one of them. It just sounded as though there weren't going to be any kind of space.
There weren't any private quarters.
Ah.
Oh, and they be wanting private quarters. Please, the only person who has private quarters is the captain.
So there is private quarters, and I'm kicking out.
Good luck.
God, I'm starting to feel bad for Viridia!
I'm the big spoon.
So, you managed yourself secured.
I'm just cut the ropes off the lifeboat.
Well, the lifeboats are actually swung inward over the deck on a ship like this because dangling something to save your life off the side where it's a larger target just means it'll have holes punched in it before it's of any use.
Yep.
Quietly move one over the side of the boat? Is it possible?
You can try, but I need you to roll a perception check before you go and follow through with that statement.
Me?
Yep, because you're the conscious one. You're the one who decided to take first watch. And I rolled for that a while ago.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
What you got?
I got
Doogie.
10.
10? Alright, so at a 10, off in the distance, just briefly, what we'll say is that you start seeing the clouds move funny.
Do I sense anything when the clouds moving? Does I have hunter sense?
You're pretty sure that's not how a cloud normally moves. You're not sure what's making a move that way, but you know it's something.
I feel something and I see something, but I'm not
You don't-
100% on nothing.
You see movement, but you're not 100% sure as to what it is.
Okay.
You know it's reasonably sized, maybe at most. It's just, you can't tell how big, but you know it would definitely have to be bigger than a bird.
How visible are things around at this point? It's nighttime.
Well, let's see, you've got 2 moons.
Are they
One,
like full?
one half, one full.
Okay.
It's weird how that can actually happen. And with the 2 moons in the sky and reflecting across the silver tops of the clouds, we'll say that you've got dim light for about enough that you can see silhouettes in the distance and everything.
But dark with
Do you
dark vision?
vision? You can see silhouettes, minor forms. You would be able to make out detail,
Okay.
but you're pretty sure that's not a good thing. And whatever it is, it's definitely bigger than a bread box, so to speak.
I'm tempted to provoke a visual. I'm gonna shoot at it in the middle.
You would know that this is okay. You fire an arrow. I'm not gonna have you roll to hit.
More like a warning shot. Like I'm trying to like get visible or pop through a cloud. Like I'm not trying to like.
Your arrow arcs out at the maximum range that a longbow can manage. And as you follow your arrow, you get a better idea in your perception of how far away this thing is. You're pretty sure it's roughly about half the size of the boat.
Okay.
So if this is a 50-foot schooner, this is like a 25-foot long flying thing.
I visually see weapons on this boat.
You can see 2 or 3 ballista, and you believe you saw what looked like a strange cylindrical thing, possibly a couple portside cannons.
Okay.
Big 2-masted pirate ship type deal with more ballistas, less cannons, because cannons are expensive.
So more like little mini cannons on the deck.
More like a
Hold on.
oversized crossbow with a bolt that's this big around and 4 feet long on it.
Okay. Does it do anything when does it respond to the arrow at all?
It didn't even notice the arrow. It didn't even get close. It maybe made it a third of the distance.
So it's outside my actual ability.
Say what now?
So it's
Don't
outside
hit
my actual
yourself or
range
any
of
other human.
ability to hit.
It does tingle a little bit,
Right.
so you know if you hit yourself, especially if you're sweating.
A little bit?
It was about 600 yards out.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt a lot.
I'm gonna keep an eye on that area,
Alright.
just in case it's closer.
After a while, you notice that it seems to be keeping
Right.
pace and it moves off to the side. It's almost like it's circling in a pattern that makes the clouds do a wisping type pattern so that it would be better for camouflage. It's almost like it's trying to give itself cover in the cloud. Every now and then you catch a glimpse of what looks like it might be the tip of a wing.
It's on the couch.
Would I know how to shoot a cannon?
No, you would not.
Ballista?
Possibly. It works basically like a crossbow.
I mean,
I'm gonna arm the closest one near me for now.
Right, there are 4 ballista mounted on the deck of this.
I'm in the
ship.
front of the ship, so is there one?
Yeah, there would be one. It would be 1, and then you have 2 and 3 on the front, on the bow of the ship because of the way it's designed, with a 4th one at the aft.
Got it.
So I'm closest probably 2, so I'm gonna arm that one.
Alright, so you've got a ballista arm.
And I'm still keeping watch. I'm keeping an eye on this thing.
It seems to be following very slowly, and go ahead and make another perception check as we go into about the second hour of you watching while everybody else is napping.
Nat 20.
At a nat 20, I'll say what happens is this, and this is why I actually had you roll the perception. One of the curls, you know this thing has been shaping the clouds.
Mhm.
The wind blows hard, and you see an almost dragon-like figure that you, because of your background, would recognize to be a wyvern
Okay.
as it silhouettes itself against the moon, slipping up on what it's doing.
am I gonna hear the ballista go off?
No,
Or
Fire it.
just
you
fire
wouldn't
it?
have heard that. He didn't fire an arrow twang off of a longbow. No,
Okay.
you snoozing like a baby, hung up in a hammock. You're good.
Right.
But you see what looks like a wyvern, and
you watch and you see the glint of its eyes in the moonlight is what catches your attention. And it's very obviously stalking this ship.
Is it getting closer to the ship?
As you look at it, we'll say that rolling a natural 20, you would have known that it's closer than it was when you fired the last arrow, but it's just out of range of the ballista.
Damn, I want to do that whole run up, jump to the ship, and go with a sword, but it's not close enough. I totally saw that Grok do that. I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it.
Right.
Everybody wants to do that. Keep in mind, gravity works.
As I'm keeping an eye on that thing, I'm going to go around and I'm going to arm all the ballistas on the deck.
Takes you about 10 to 15 minutes. As you get done making the round, I need you to make another perception check.
That one I got 15.
So at a 15, as you finish arming the last ballista, you look up to see where it went. No clue. Your friends are all sawing logs like lumberjacks. By the way, you all will be counting this as a full long rest, or you're part of a long rest. So you can be back up to hit points for this. This is why I didn't let Ishkabibble kill, or I let Ishkabibble full heal. I'm not nice.
I'm going to head back up to the front of the ship after arming the last one. With my bow in my hand. And just getting ready. I feel like something's coming.
I'm gonna step out for a minute while this is going on. Here.
You need air. What time is it?
Like 7:30.
7:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a real quick break.
Yeah.
Because I could use a little bit of brain time on this as well. And we'll be back to finish this up in just a few minutes. Also, it would help because I need to potty. And I'm leaning far enough back that nobody can see my face.
So in other words, what you're saying is you were leaning back far enough that I could see you straining to hold it in?
Yep. So we'll be back in a few minutes, and thank you.
And
There's
we
one slice of the pepperoni left.
And we are back for the
Sorry.
wrap up and conclusion to tonight's episode. So where we left off before our really quick and brief break, Torin, you were you had armed the ballistas, and you were catching what looked like the outline of a wyvern on the just outside of the Rep ballista range, which is about 600 yards or 600 feet, and it's obviously watching what's going on. Everything seems to be quiet. The ship's night watch, the cabin boy who's stuck with the lantern watching everything, seems to have blinded himself with the lantern, being basically a rookie and did not notice. So what are you doing? Because they're in one state of consciousness or another in different places throughout the ship.
Okay, roll the 15, he said disappeared.
Okay, he disappeared. You have no idea where it is.
I'm headed back towards the front of the boat.
Yep.
Where's the mast bell? The alarm bell. That's usually on the deck from where I'm at.
There is towards the back of the ship, near the helm, there's a bell over top of it because the helmsman there is a helmsman there, but he's oblivious to this thing. He seems very hard content on just watching the horizon.
Okay, I'm still like trying to relocate, reallocate, reorient, and see if I can find the where.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, sweet Jesus, 12.
12. I'll say you have no clue where it is, but you notice there seems to be more cloud movement where you are.
And the clouds are building up around me?
No. The clouds seem to be keeping clear of the ship for a relatively reasonable distance, about 300 feet, no matter what. Almost in a dome for some reason.
From where I'm standing, is where the helmsman is that higher up than where I'm at?
Yes. It would be like a flight of 12 steps up. Like, think old school two-masted schooner type deal.
Alright, I'm gonna head back over there, hoping that I can maybe get a better vantage point to see.
Alright, so as you climb up and the helmsman notices you, obviously said, "Hey, what you looking for?"
I saw a wyvern.
Saw what?
Dragon.
What was the first thing he said? Oh, it was either that or it was a dragon. Which one was it?
A wyvern.
Right. That being the case, then next thing you know, just on the off chance that somebody is sawing logs like a lumberjack, I need everybody to roll a perception check. Except for you, because you're wide awake. You number one. You are sleeping like baby.
I don't know why people say that. I've had babies. Like, don't sleep.
If you put them in my
You
arms,
sleep
they
like you're
sleep.
like a drunk old lady. You're fucking out.
You're like grandma at her 85th fucking birthday party, 4 bottles of Jameson's in.
Irish fucking drunk.
Good night.
24.
24. That okay, and Fred?
12.
Okay, so the bird is asleep. You have you, even as drunk as you were when you passed out, are startled awake by an alarm bell. Having been a queen's consort and advisor for years at one point in your existence, the sound of alarm bells is something that triggers in your brain. It's like hitting a switch. And you are awake, alert, sober. Wisp. You are awake and suddenly cursing how well you tied yourself into this rigging. You were sleeping like a baby, and all of a sudden this piercing, loud, metallic sound cuts through your ears and resonates through every bit of you. Because you get advantage on sound-based perception checks. And you're quite awake. Looking around, the two of you would see Well, Ronan, you would see everything as you sit up in the lifeboat hanging over the deck. You would see Torin up next to the helm, the helmsman rapidly pulling on the string back and forth, ringing this bell like all hell is breaking loose. Looks like he's trying to scream in the lantern light, but nothing. You're seeing the same thing, only from about 30 feet up and at a 60 degree, or a 75 degree angle.
Right on. And I've got dark vision, so I can see it. Does it need to be more?
Yeah, it's close enough that you can see all of the forms, but it's grayscale, yeah.
Gotcha.
No color in the dark.
Gotcha.
And as the bells ring, you hear a hissing and a weird, almost metallic, reptilian screech echo through the night from either side of the ship.
I want to drop out of my post and do like a hero pose when I hit the ground.
Acrobatics check. Let's see if he lands in the splits. Badly.
He hands like the Hulk, or is he hand like Black Widow?
Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
Hair flick.
What's your acrobatics check?
22.
Yeah, so totally poser.
Right? I'm gonna drop down and look like a ballerina.
Superhero landing. Superhero. So
Right.
bad for the knees.
Right? So bad for the knees.
Didn't even phase your knees.
Do you like
Oh,
the Deadpool landing?
Right.
Backflip.
Yep. That is exactly what happened. And as you land, what you all would see, those of you who are conscious, is not one, but two. Well, they're definitely wyverns. A strange black smoke moving off of each of them. Their eyes an iridescent purple. As they loop up underneath the ship on either side and cross the deck, trails of cloud following them in their wake. And that is where we're going to leave things until not next week, but the week after.
Because next
It's
week
been
is
3.
foodies.
3 weeks me, 1 week you.
Next week is foodies.
And with that, please remember to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us. And as we said during the Thursday podcast, hold your friends hostage.
Maybe made that so much.
And other than that, as always, live long and prosper. Have a wonderful evening.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Ich. Ich. Ich.